Hello there! How's it going? Um, well, I'm making a Trailmakers video today, and, well, I wanted to discuss this really cool mod for Trailmakers that it makes me really excited. I love this mod. It is, like, really, really awesome. I want to also show you how to use the mod, too. Um, it's from this man, I guess, called, Custom missiles mod. I think it was from Jess 2005. I believe was the person who made this mod, but it's a really awesome mod and allows you to make tracking missiles, tracking AA guns, turrets, whatever, as much you can think of that uses like sort of tracking, right? And so it basically just uses little blocks that you color in a certain way, right? So how Trailmakers works is that you cannot have modded blocks. You could mod blocks, but you can't have modded blocks, right? So you can make blocks for like they do different things, like this modder has. Really genius, actually. So basically, by having this spherical eyeball, right, that no one ever uses in the game, right, and you have it colored a certain color, which is be very strange for someone just to happen to have that like that, right? And then you can, by just clicking on it, pull up this entire menu. I just click off of it. It's gone. Click back on. Right? I can adjust the strength, activation distance, and detection cone. What that means is the strength is how much force it applies to turn something to make this face in the exact direction of the opposite one, the blue, right? The middle green color, the middle green is what it gets used for tracking. You have strength for that. You have a activation distance, which basically just means like what after I launch this rocket here, ballistic missile, how far away from it, how far away from me will it take for it to start tracking, right? I have this both set quite high because I let them go up real high and then I let them detach their like boosters and just start like flying straight towards their target and blow everything up, as you will see later on. And then the detection cone. So how far around it's like it's degrees of cone around it uh, can it detect from, right? Which you can also adjust in host options when you host multiplayer matches. You can make it so there's max detection cones. You can make max flare priorities, which I'll get to later. PID, no idea what that is though. Anyways, yeah, you can also start active. That's what I have on this one. So as soon as I spawn in, it'll automatically be active and constantly tracking. These ones, no, not until I launch them. Not until they get detached will they start tracking, or at least be triggered to go away from the activation distance, so then start tracking, whatever. Use torque. You can also change that to be force. I guess that means like pretty much just like it will keep going up and down, right? But then it will go side to side to align with you, which is quite interesting too. Right? And the point of this is you can make some pretty cool stuff, right? Use blue right here, middle blue color, for a target, right? Or in targets here, you can use players. There's no players, what I have on right now, otherwise it would hit me, right? There's other teams, Pacific team, like a Pacific team, other players, Pacific player, and then all players. So you could make a whole different like sort of like multiplayer match of your liking for this, right? Very cool, very cool. Flares. What kind of targets they go towards flares, which are just these eyeballs but colored like this red color, I believe it was, like one of the red colors. Oh well, doesn't matter much. It basically flares just last a current amount of time. Uh, like as soon as you launch a flare, you can have it start active, but I have it disabled. almost mine, right? So once you launch it, once you just like attach a flare, then it will instantly start, and the missiles are chasing you or whatever will go towards that for however much time you have it set on that flare. 3 seconds is what I do. 3 seconds, whatever, doesn't matter. And then it's disabled. Then it will start tracking back to you because you're the nearest target, right? And there's also flare priority, right, which was in the host options. So like, are they do they have a high priority? Do they have a higher priority than the regular targets? If they do, then they're gonna go after the missiles. Gonna go after flares and not you, which is good, right? Um, you know, it is just nice. Max detection cone again, it's on there. There's also info about the trackers on here, higher priority, you know, different things about that, right? Now I will show you what I mean by like sort of stuff blowing up, whatever. We're just gonna take out simple build, a build with a simple tracker on it. Actually, I have to go back over here, take off the tracker that I put on there prior. There we go. That has been taken off. So now I actually will launch this. Go straight up, and then attaches the stuff, aims toward. Why'd you hit me? Huh. Strange. Or is that cone right? Yes, that's right. It's in target all players. Oops, I had that on. Oopsie oopsie. Alright. Now it'll go for the nearest target, which would be that VTOL. As you can see, bang! Annihilates it, it's gone. Target is gone. No more targets. Great, awesome. Back. No, that's a good informational thing. So the amount of targets in the current match, how many are active? Only that one was active, right? Yeah, it's quite simple, right? And it's good for hitting other targets. Also works for air targets, of course, right? I'll show you that with this F-22 I made. Whatever, you know, pretty interesting, right? Alright, I made this like a couple days ago, whatever. And has flares in there. Behind that black block right there is a blue eye, as you can see right there. That eye is the tracker, right? And I have these missiles set to not engage, not to start tracking until like 20 blocks away or something like that. So launch them, not tracking me. Good, 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 good. And now they're coming after me. Right, so a little mini game right now. You got getting chased by the missiles. Ooh, yeah. You can also change the strength on these things. So a little smart cannon here. Maybe I can get rid of these guys, or you know what? Let's try something else. They're gaining on me. Drop them. Drop the flares. They'll chase after the flares, which go into the water, and now they're doomed. You can make missiles though that have underwater propellers in them or whatever, right? So that way when they go underwater, then they can pop back out and come after you. But I feel like that would, I mean, well, it's not feel like it would make your missile heavier, and then you know, in order to actually be able to have enough thrust underwater, you have to have a low amount of thrust of the air. So it is a bit kind of hard to make a fast-moving missile that goes fast underwater too, and is still not like massive, right? Because do you really want to attach some massive ballistic missile on the bottom of your jet just to track another jet and destroy it? I feel like that's unnecessary. Anyways, so yeah, these are good for hitting targets, air targets, or just other whatever targets you want. Go over here. Let's place this airplane. It was built by some person on the workshop I found it off of. I just put an eyeball on it. Don't remember the name. Whatever. It's just gonna automatically take off. Awesome build. Whoever built it, good job. So it's just gonna automatically take off and do stuff there, right? And then I can just like do a few circles around, wait for it to get good distance, and then I can launch a missile at it, and it will track down and destroy it. Except for I have a tracker on me. Oops, I just realized that. We're gonna let that thing go a little distance real quick before I hope it didn't like despawn or something. Got so far away. I have to go see if I can find it, or we'll just might have to spawn one. No, I see it. There's the trail. There's the trail. Alright, we're faster than it. That's good, that's good. Alright, and then now we can launch one missile. And then we'll also launch another one. And they're gonna start going towards that plane. We're gonna stay a decent distance, but like here's good. Bang! Now it's been annihilated. Pretty awesome, I think. Have some really fun multiplayer matches with this mod. I think it'd be really awesome, right? Sadly, I don't have very many friends who actually have this game. Like, two friends, and they currently cannot play the game, so, well, stuck making this video by myself. But, yeah. I thought that was pretty awesome there. So, there is a lot of potential with this mod. It's like, don't really know what much more to say. I guess we could just like, I would have messed around, but don't have anything to mess around with. Whatever, you know what? It's fine. Just I'm gonna start talking about the missiles now. When you're making missiles for air targets, when you're making missiles for air targets, it's good to have them be smaller, right? They're more maneuverable, and they can just they're able they're less they're more aerodynamic, right? Able to go pretty decent speeds, right? And that's the good part about that, right? You could just like fly super fast with them. Well, they should be able to go decently speed. Oh, just realized something. I can improve the aerodynamics of this by placing wedges there. Now it goes faster, right? Do I have a missile in here? No, I don't. Oh, I'm a tracker, I meant. Sorry. Okay, anyways, you should be able to go faster with wedges. Make sure they go real fast, right? Gotta be maneuverable for air targets. Also, don't strap giant rocket missiles to the bottom of your jet. No reason, if you're just gonna take out other air targets, right? But if you're going to destroy some sort of big destroyer, you don't need missiles that big. But like 3 pieces of dynamite, and you shoot 2 missiles. That's six dynamite, and you can annihilate the enemy's like whatever's on their ship, whatever, right? A good thing is to have multiple when you're making when you're making a multiplayer match, whatever, and you're having ships like big ships, like above 700 complexity, whatever, really big ships. The missiles will always go for the targets, right? But once they destroy the target, they might destroy that one part of the ship, and they destroy the target, right? Well, now they're not going to be aiming for the ship anymore. So a good thing is to have multiple targets on the ship, and the missiles will go for the nearest target, right? And then they'll destroy the targets one by one by one, and then bang, bang, bang. Now you have like shredded the entire ship down, right? So when you're gonna do a multiplayer match, just put like vital parts of the ship, put targets there. Might kind of balance out the game a little bit. And then you can also make anti-air targets, anti-air AA guns though. These have them target players and like other players, team players, whatever, and they'll have guns on them and they'll just constantly be shooting and just shooting enemy planes, right? You don't need smart cannons on them. You don't need auto aiming things on them. Because if you build it right, then it'll just auto aim itself, right? And then you could just use the little tiny cannons, guns. Here we go, tiny cannon. Yeah. And you can have a whole bunch of these. You got like a bunch of these for 1 power core each, and they just like 8 of them on there with like an eyeball, and then it will like track them and shoot down the enemy targets. You know, or just and then like have these on the like a sort of delay system, have them like toggles too, right? So then you could toggle the A guns on and off, and then have them like shoot different spots, whatever. Awesome. Have giant cannons, but you can also have giant cannons with these eyeballs to aim at enemy ships, whatever. Just have destroyers that are completely automated to destroy the other destroyers, right? It's just like a and just like it's just like an automatic battle. Like that would be pretty cool. You could do that. So that's another thing. Yeah. Also, when you near the eye. Also, when you can also add dynamite in certain parts of the ship where the eyes are, right? So then they hit and do extra damage, right, from a tiny missile. That would be also pretty cool. And I think that'll be it for today. I mean, I think I've covered quite a lot of stuff about this, right? And I think we should start doing this in multiplayer servers. Just saying. It'd be really cool if like tons of servers are using this mod. Alright, that's it for today. Bye, I guess, yeah. See you guys in next video. Yeah.